Hey, what is going on? YouTube, uh, new comic book day. I did not get a chance to share my video on Wednesday. Been a super busy week at work. It's been a good busy, but busy nonetheless. So I had actually planned on being on here with Brian LCS for us to both share our new comic book day picks, and it just didn't work out. I had to work late. I worked till about 9 o'clock on Wednesday night, so it just didn't work out. But I'm back. I wanted to share the stuff that I picked up, and unfortunately couldn't do it with Brian. But I told him, I said, let's definitely do that again. The past few I've been able to have a surprise guest or special guest, and I like those, and there are people I happen to like spending time with anyway. So I'll definitely revisit that next week. And in fact, I'm going to post in the chat. Let's copy that link and excuse the bounce. I am maxing out circumstances. What's up, homie? How are you doing, man? I did not get to share my new comic book picks, so I'm doing that now. Super busy at work this week, but good busy, like very productive busy. So got to fund. I'd like to say I use comics to fund the hobby, but right now I use my paychecks to fund the hobby and hoard everything I buy. So all right, so one disclaimer, bear with me. I'm using a new camera. I'm curious to watch this on the rewind and see how the camera looks. It's supposed to be a better, higher definition. It looks a little washed out, so maybe I need to put some of those colored gels in the lights or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I also took the little clown nose thingy off my microphone because it felt, like it was muffled somewhat. So I'm curious to see if this taking that thing off of there helps my voice to sound a little clearer. So because I'm using a new camera and I've got my microphone plugged in, I've maxed out my USB ports. So I'm going to have to pick up like a USB hub, like a 4-port hub to run this thing through. I just need to get a fast one so it doesn't, nothing, I don't get any lag or anything. But so if you see some bounce, it's because I'm having to use my keypad on my laptop until I get that figured out. But can't fund the hobby if you don't sell. That's correct. Well, you can't fund it with books. You can't use the hobby to fund the hobby. That's I'm buying but not sell. I've sold 4 books, man. That's but I enjoy it. There's nothing else I'd rather spend money on than maybe going out to a nice dinner or something with the family or a female friend. So Flash by Night, what's up, buddy? How are you doing, man? Good to see you. I appreciate you hopping in. This was like such a random time, but I was like, hey, it's Friday, man. People are checking out mentally. So let's see if we can let's have a good old time and hang out. If you guys want to jump in, love to have you. If you can't, I understand. I'm just sharing my comic book picks because I wasn't able to do it on Wednesday. And let's jump right in. This was a heavy week for me, actually. It was interesting. I think I will start. I believe this is all of my indie picks. I did have a couple of indie books. This first book I followed through. Anytime I have spending money, I'm always googling what damn comic books I want to buy. I know, man. I invest, because I like the speculation game. So I'm always doing research. It occupies a lot of my time between doing research for like spec books and stuff. And now I started getting the previews books and like planning God, man, it's a lot of work. I mean, it's fun, but it's a lot of work. Lurking and working. I hear you, brother. I appreciate you joining in whatever capacity you were able to. Thank you so much, man. So first book, I saw this one all the way through. This was a 4-issue run, and I was intrigued by it because I watched the show. I enjoyed the show. I had an ex-girlfriend who I had an ex-girlfriend who kind of turned me on to like the Buffy and the Angel shows and stuff, and we watched Firefly and stuff like that. And so I was intrigued by Buffy the Last Vampire Slayer, and I read it and I enjoyed it. Now I did need to have some background. You know, I knew they talked about characters from the show, and but I enjoyed it, and it was 4 issues, so I was like, look, I'm not investing a lot to get in on this and check it out. And I found the story intriguing. I understand if people weren't Buffy fans or anything, but you know, what's going on, Damien? How are you doing, buddy? I am I didn't get to share my picks on Wednesday, so I'm going through them now. Appreciate you stopping by as always. Link is in the chat if y'all want to share. I'm several days behind, so I'm sure everybody's already shared their stuff, but if you'd like to, highly edited. But yeah, I could, man. I'm just like, there's so many other things I want to spend my time doing. If I had your skill set in editing, I would probably consider it. So yes, sirree. So I know, man. That was a fun show. Didn't last long, but it was a fun show. So I liked all that stuff. So I was in on The Last Vampire Slayer. I enjoyed it. It wrapped up with issue 4. So I wasn't, you know, wasn't going to take me 12 issues to get to the end. So I enjoyed it. And, but I heard some people say they weren't interested in the story, and I can certainly get that too. It may have been a little bit of nostalgia for me. So, now this one I read this morning and I really like it. So far, I really like it. I'm interested to see where it's going. This cover is dope too, man. This is just cover A, but Little Monsters. I got 2 copies of that, one to read and one to just like put in a bag. And I read it, man. I really like it. I don't know how you guys feel about it. Anybody buy this, or is anybody reading it? There were some folks talking about it leading up to. I've got my lights turned down because this new camera kind of washes me out, but we'll work on that some. But I'm trying to angle this so you guys can see it. But such a dope cover, man. Story was really good. I guess the premise is that there are some children who are left to they're the only people living that they know of, and they, you know, they're all vampires. They don't have an opportunity to get out. And yeah, that sounds great, man. I loved having you. Yeah, I loved having you. Now here's a blast from the past right here, my boy Nicholas Gultra, aka Michelob Ultra. It is good to see your name in the chat again, buddy. I know you've been hopping for work. Nicholas works for the USPS, if I remember correctly. I had not seen him for a while, and I reached out to him to just see how he's doing. And he said, yeah, man, I'm great. I miss hanging out in the chats, and just been busy with work. So that's something we all can relate to, buddy. So it is great to see you. And yeah, for sure. I mean, it's have you read it yet, or Marcus, or are you just stacking it and gonna like binge read at some point? I'm curious because I really liked it. Yes, sir. I missed that comment, buddy. Oh yeah, all my haul videos. Nicholas was like right there when I first started, man. Now you're hopping in and look up here, man. I got me a logo now. Southpaw Brad's all grown up. So it's great to see you, bud. I am it's good to hopefully you'll be back, man. Back on the reg. Be nice to have you around. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Sometimes you just got to stack. I've got some other things that kind of kicked to the curb so I could read that one because I was like super interested. Now I did notice the one. I'm glad I bought 2 because the back cover picks up fingerprints like crazy, and I noticed that. And then I noticed on the board. I don't know if I had some dirty boards or I don't think I did, but I noticed when I was taking this in and out, there's some dirt. Like I was like, I don't hopefully the ink is not rubbing off or something. But so just be careful when you pick these up and you read them. And if you're particular like I am, I've got to get something to rub those fingerprints off. But a good read so far. I'll that's one I'll be in on, man. I'm looking forward to hopping on, along for the ride and checking that one out. So yeah, it's that's cool, man. Jeff Lemire. I mean, I've enjoyed a lot of stuff I've read of him, and he's one of the guys like bunch of those spine ticks guys we're talking about that got me, you know, expanded my horizons. I'm not just a spec guy. Southpaw Brad reads too. He's not just out there digging for spec books, but he is out there digging for spec books. But he does enjoy reading comics as well. So this one I had to pick up, man. I've been on this weird Star Wars thing. I don't feel that knowledgeable in Star Wars because there are like some Star Wars maniacs out here. And I cannot keep up with those guys. They know, like, hey, wait, that's not canon and this and that and this character. And I'm like, oh, well, these two are connected because they way back, 20 years ago, they did so and so. I can't keep up with those guys, but I really like this cover. I'm buying this series, the Crimson Reign. Haven't read it, but I'm excited to check it out. What is going on, Couple Comics? I appreciate you coming by, saying hello to the chat. This was my impromptu, like I did not get to do. I was going to do a video Wednesday night, ended up working till 9. I'm in real estate, so you can't say, I'm sorry, I have a YouTube video for my comic book channel. I'll have to show you that house another time. You got to ride this wave, brother. So yeah, I appreciate you hopping in on the chat with us, man. Thank you. So this Black Chrysanthemum cover, had to get it. This is a variant. I'm not sure what cover A is, but this one is a good looking cover, a fan favorite character for sure. It's not a ratio variant, just like a cover B, I think, or something. Definitely not a ratio. Yeah, I am, man. I can do the videos another time, and you gotta roll with what, my electric bill doesn't let me pay in comic books. So if you're not liquid, man, you better be bringing in a paycheck. So, and I know a lot of us are, you got to focus. You'd much rather be doing the fun stuff, but we got to play grown up sometime, that's just the way it is. Yeah, man, I agree. He's got another one coming up. I forget what. I think it's just a Star Wars book, and there's a photo variant with him. They got a really good feedback from him in the Boba Fett show. The next one I had to pick up because everybody was talking about it. Black Panther #3, and you got Tosin on the cover. His first cover appearance. Of course, he appears on the inside. This is the second print. So they probably made more second prints than they did first prints. I mean, I don't think they had a big distribution for the first prints. And then when people realized, when this image came out of what the cover is going to look like, people went nuts. So I'm like, I wasn't going to sit back just because it was going to be a high print run. This was one I was like, I bought 3 of these, and it's my, might be my favorite cover of all of them, including the first printing covers. There's a cool Alex Ross, but it's like Black Panther from behind. You see his back, and not the greatest, but it's very colorful and it's nice. But yeah, this one's dope, and it's, of course, this guy Tosin, who possibly maybe one day could be the new Black Panther. So good to have if you're in on that spec game, and Marvel is certainly riding the wave of that. Yeah, man, that one is definitely dope. I bought one from the store and one from Things from Another World. I love that, man. I love it too. I agree. I agree. And that 1 in 25 on the first print is it's that one's still that's a I don't know, that was about a $500 or $600 book for a while. And then it became I think now it's settling, it's leveling off a little bit. I might would get that on dip, but I don't man, I don't know. I just have a hard time. Yeah, I buy spec books, but I do things on the cheap, man. I'm looking for like cover price or less if I can help it. Doesn't always happen, but that's what I'm shooting for, you know? So the next one, I had to get the first appearance of Captain Carter. So I picked up this one with the exception of the 1 in 25. Does being a realtor give you extra spec skills? I don't think so. I don't think so. It does have a particular require a particular set of skills. I don't think the two intermingle. You know, comics and real estate, those skill sets are very different. So spec and comics gives me a release from the, you know, wanting to pull my hair out when I interact with interact with people that you can't be in real estate and speak your mind, you know. um so yeah, I don't think they intertwine, but yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I need to go back and check that out. I didn't see it. But there's a lot going on, man, and there's a lot of cool stuff. So I had to get Captain Carter. I like this cover. This is the cover A. I bought 4 of those just to like put in a box and let it sit. But this is her first appearance. Her first cover was in Avengers Forever #1. Small little, you know, but still first cover. Doesn't have to be a great cover. You know, it's this cover is way better. If this had been her first cover, that would be great because I really like that one. To me in Captain Carter #1, this is the second best cover. The best was I believe it was 1 in 25. And it's actually almost looks like a still from the What If series. So it looks like it's taken right out of that show and put right on the cover. Looks exactly the same. So I really like that cover a lot. No, sir, you cannot. You better have a good buddy who is a real estate agent that you can vent to and say all the things you'd like to say. But of course, I'm not talking about any of my clients or any of the other realtors I work with. They're all fantastic. I'm talking about other people and other stories I hear. So not any of my people. Realtors have to stay calm and cool and cheerful. Yes, it is. I realized when I got into it, it's a lot like acting. Like you always have to be it. It doesn't matter if you've had a bad day. This is about your client. So you've always got to put on a face. It's a lot like acting. So can you see Captain Carter already showing up in the MCU? Wow. I know, man. I mean, things are happening quickly, aren't they? I mean, for sure. So yeah, when you start talking about now this one, I have not even looked at this one. I started reading this Captain Carter, but there were several significant books this week if you're into the spec game. So if you are, then you definitely had to pick up this one, Gwenverse #1. And I will probably I'm going to have to see this one all the way to the end because there's just I just got a feeling every issue, there's going to be somebody new that they introduce. And pretty cool, man. I like the colors on it, that pink and white, and you got her front and center. But I mean, all these other characters, man, it's really dope. So I haven't even looked at it. I don't know I think there are a couple of first appearances in this issue. Haven't looked at it yet, but they're just jump in, hang, buckle, strap in and go for the ride. It's going to be a really cool run. So I am picking up. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have thought so until, I mean, they've said they're going to use her. It's going to be a thing. It's not just What If. What If was so, when Damien, you and I have books that are similar, like growing up reading a lot of the same books. So you'll remember when What If came out, that was a different thing. That the What If did not intermingle with, it was just like some far out story. It didn't intermingle with the regular I say MCU, but the regular 616 universe. It was just like, hey, this is a story, but now we're getting some severe crossover, and I really would not, nothing would. No, man, I'm pulling up Devil's Reign Moon Knight right now, brother. Perfect timing, actually. People, you got to tell people, I don't know where you're located, but you got to tell people, like, look, it's Friday afternoon. Feel free to reach out to me before lunch, but every hour after lunch, I check out a little bit more. It'd be nice if we could do that, wouldn't it? What if stories now have all come true? Yeah, exactly. It is. So it took me a little bit to kind of shift my mindset. And Damien, you may have experienced this. But I bought What If books, not all of them, but some that featured characters that I liked. A lot of the, some of the Spider-Man ones and stuff. Hey, Moonlit, what is going on? I hope you're doing well. I had intended on I had a little bit of it took me a little longer to get an address, but for y'all's giveaway, I'd intended on sending that out to the recipient this week, and work just crushed me. So I'm going to send that out next week. So hopefully we'll see. Hopefully she will share on Instagram, and it was a pleasure to watch y'all show. And thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate it. Yeah, it is TGIF indeed. So Devil's Reign, Moon Knight, have not looked at it. Now, I have Moon Knight on my pull list, and I think they, like, I didn't specifically ask for this, but I was interested in it. Give that a second. See if we can get that to adjust. It's thinking about it. But at any rate, issue 1. This is a variant cover, so my guy he tries to pull me some cool covers. So I was super excited about that. And so I have not. So Flash by Night, have you read this yet, or has anyone read this? I mean, Jed McKay, Federico Sabatini, and variant cover is Lionel Francis Yu and Sonny Go. So this one is, I'm not sure. I can't. The script is a little difficult to read. So, but yeah, I like this one. I like it. I'm looking forward to reading it. I'm reading Moon Knight. I'm about 3 issues behind on Moon Knight. Yes, sir. Absolutely. The art is different, but solid. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So we'll check it out. I've been in on Moon Knight, and the Moon Knight regular series, to me, the art is very different on that. It's a little maybe less, I don't know. It's hard lines, but it's a lot more 2-dimensional than I like typically. So, but I like the story, and Damien and I had talked about this previously. When a good story can carry less than stellar artwork, but the opposite is not true. Great artwork can't carry, if the story's bad, I'm going to dump it, even if the artwork's great. So, I'm okay with different. and as long as the story's good and it's a one shot, I mean, why not? So yeah, I'm now, have you been reading the Moon Knight regular series? I'm on issue 7. I've caught up to issue 7. I read 6 the other morning. Usually try to knock one out, listen to a show, knock out a book, and drink coffee in the morning. Since you're a little behind, read 8, Devil's Reign, then 9. Okay, all right. Now that's a tip, folks. That's why we go live right there for tips just like that. Read 8, then Devil's Reign, then 9. All right. Huh. I like that. I like that. That's like watching the Marvel movies in a chronological order or something. That's cool, man. I'm definitely going to do that. I like that idea. Yeah, I would agree with that. I would agree with that. They could have some stellar covers and the insides, less than stellar. But all right. So on my pull list, I am doing. I'm definitely doing Venom. So I did pick up Venom, and I guess we've got. I don't know. Is this? Here's the thing, man. Is this the first appearance of this Venom villain on the cover, or is it the second print? Which I also I'll skip ahead and show you. I've got a list of back issues, recent back issues that I picked up. But this was this was second print of issue 4. So this has got to be the first. I don't know. Who knows, man? Wraparound cover, second print of issue 4. So I guess that's got to be this villain. Forget his name, escapes me. Little, I don't know, man. Little lackluster on the villain there. He's just a big, bulky red dude. I have not started reading those, so yeah, I read Moon Knight out of order. Hold up. You starting from the end and going back. There's some continuity issues there. That's interesting. Well, if you're reading out of order anyway, our boy Flash by Night recommends read 1 through 8, then read this Devil's Reign book, and then read 9. So I'm looking forward. I will report back, sir, and let you know. I know. I know. I'm not following it either, Nicholas. I'm not sure about that. Yeah, I'm interested. I will definitely report back and let you know. So I'll basically be reading it in live. That's the, I guess, live action or chronological order of events. So very cool. Looking forward to that. So not reading this one yet. This is issue 6, the latest, and excited about it. Interested in reading it and all that, but just haven't. I've got other priorities right now. I did get, this is cover A, and this is cover, well, it's a variant cover. I'm going to assume it's cover B. I don't know for sure, but kind of cool. And this is a Bagley cover. So we got our boy Bagley doing art here, and Venom trying to take out Spider-Man, and Spider-Man's grabbed him by the tongue. So yeah, kind of cool. So yeah, not reading this one yet. I'm gonna bag it and put it in order, as you see on my box. Well, not those boxes. Those are that I'm gonna knock one of these out this weekend. I imagine. I'm talking about, where am I pointing? I'm doing, here. Okay. There's boxes on the futon. There's boxes on the floor. I did that so I could organize all this stuff and put it, now when I get a book and I'm done reading it, I can put it in order. And I have these wonderful, not only do I have these little BCW comic book dividers, but I bought these cool tabs, bluescience.com So it is nice to look down, see the tab, and put the booger right where it's supposed to go. I love them. In fact, I'm getting ready to order. I got another little stack of names I want to get. So yeah, I know, man. I'm it only took me 5 tries though, so that's not bad, right? All right, so one I think I'm going to start picking up that I did not get. There is a I don't know who does the variant cover, but they do a character spotlight. But Strange Academy 17, I started picking it up after issue 15 blew up, and then 13 was the first cameo of Gaslamp, and 14's was the first full, and then 15 was the first cover. Everybody went crazy over that first cover appearance. In fact, I think I've got a couple in some of these boxes over here, but yeah, I'm going to start picking this up. Everybody who buys it has they've really enjoyed it, and I've got issue 1. I've got a few copies of the second print, and I'd like to get a first print. I'd like to get a 9/8 first print. I think they're fairly cheap books right now. Yeah, man, they are cool. So the color tabs, I get the ones that I get. If you go look on their site, you can see they have beautiful pictures of all the tabs that they offer. And in some cases, it's multiple versions of each tab. But I get the tabs, they're like $1 a piece. And they come peel labels, stick them on, super easy. But I get the laminated, which adds about 75 cents to it. So I figured that way they don't get scratched up, they don't get damaged, they don't get damaged from not I don't really have any sunlight on my books or anything, but they just don't get scratched up. You move stuff around, you don't want them to get scratched up. So I spent the extra 75 cents and got the laminated ones. But check out, bluescience.com. They're really, really cool, man. And if you're, you figure you got to invest in the hobby. I was going nuts looking at all these boxes with no tabs and like, where in the heck? I had sticky notes on the front and it still wasn't helping, and I still misplaced some things, but it happens a lot less with those. So Nicholas, I don't know when your birthday is, but you might want to put in for the the comic book dividers and maybe a gift card to Blue Science, man. They're excellent. My order actually got lost and they quickly redid it and got it back out to me. So customer service is fantastic as well. What is going on, Naman? I hope you're doing well, man. Congratulations on all your success. I did not get to enter or view your giveaway. Wait, maybe I did. I did pop in for the giveaway because I was with my family. Did a couple family things last weekend. So I was with my family. Yeah, I had dinner with my sister, but I did pop in to say, hey, I just wanted to pop in and say hi. So congratulations on congratulations on all your success, and just wanted to pop in and say hello. I know, man. I know. So that's great, dude. And I'm like, I've been a little more active and popping on some other shows. I'm at 95 subscribers. So I was at like 82 2 weeks ago. So who knows, man? I'll just slow, steady growth, man. Just keep doing what you're doing, Southpaw Brad, and don't focus on all that stuff. And it'll all happen. It'll all work out. And I mean, the people who subscribe now, comment on videos and they watch things and they like them and they hop in chats like you guys. So I'm appreciative for where I am right now. So 5 away. Let's make the big push. Yeah, it's been cool because I mean, like Gary, you see people watch his stuff on the rewind, and then I'll get a couple of more. And Brian shouted me out. That I mean, Brian LCS has just been a big him and Gary B, man. I mean, what else, Aha, yeah, I see. Yeah, Damien, that's probably true. Yeah, they're your loyal faction. Um, so yeah, Brian LCS and Gary B. I mean, those guys just they could do their thing and not and just not give a crap, and yet they are out there pushing these channels, little guys like myself, and and they're commenting and they're watching videos and they're responding and shouting you out on their channel and stuff. It's just wonderful. So we got some good folks. Very blessed to have such good folks in our comic community. Thor is the next one, Thor 23, and I have not looked at this. I was able to go back and get a pretty good deal on Thor 20 is where it all went nuts. And so I was able to go back. I started picking up 21 because it was the origin of the god of hammers, and 20 was first appearance of God of Hammers. So I was like, all right, this is the finale of the God of Hammers. So I like that cover, man. I really like that. Let's get a non-glary looking. Really like that. So the write-up says a little something about, I don't know there's something different about the sword. I mean, about Mjolnir. I don't know exactly, but I do look forward to reading this. Who did this in 2021? Let's see. Let's see who did this. Jeez, man, you have to go through like 6 pages before you figure out who's Nick Klein. Nick Klein is the artist on the cover. I dig it. I like it. So we'll check that one out and see what's up. Man, every week there's some Marvel book that's like popping off. First 100 is a seed to your channel tree. I like that. Very good. Well, it's certainly you were about 15 or 20 ahead of me, and now yours just exploded. But you mentioned like Diamond Princess, another great supporter. She's always in there. I got to go back. I try to watch, I put you guys on my list, those who always watch my stuff, hop in the chats. You're on my list to go back. Like I mentioned when Damien was on the show, I like to go back, and when I'm having coffee in the mornings before work, I just have one of your shows going, man, so I can get caught up, comment. I want to throw that support right back to you guys. I appreciate you. So, all right, this is, I read issue 1 and 2, and I just started stacking it because I'm like, all right, I'd rather just read it straight through. Been hearing good things. Chip Zdarsky is, he's clicking on all cylinders right now. This one is issue 5, Devil's Reign. Looking forward to reading this. I've got the others, and like I said, I've read issue 1 and 2. I like the story. They were basically like Power Man was going to go up against Fisk to Kingpin was mayor of New York, and Power Man was like, hey, I'll go up against him. He had a pretty good following and good rapport with the people. So yeah, that's really cool. I know, man. I don't know what's up with that. I don't know what the deal is with that. Hidden Gem Comics, what is going on, man? I appreciate you stopping in to say hi, and I'm gonna catch you on a live stream and do the same, buddy. I appreciate it. I've been subbed to your channel for a while, and you just subbed to mine, so I do appreciate it, man. Thanks for the support, and thanks for popping in. I appreciate it. I know, man. Yeah, I don't know what's the that's a trend I don't love. So, but yeah, this one I'm looking forward to reading these, but like I said, I'll binge read those. I had a couple others that I was trying to read read first. So all right, so now I've got a couple of back issues and then we'll be done. So yeah, I appreciate y'all swinging by and checking out. As I mentioned before, Venom 4 second print with this, I don't know, are we running out of ideas for villains? I don't know. I feel like maybe this could have been, I mean, this looks like if Hulk and Carnage had a baby or something, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. So I bought that just because second print, those are, second prints. We didn't care about second prints back in the day. That second print was a ripoff. We liked first prints. Second prints didn't mean anything. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. Thank you for your time, man. It means a lot. And it's good to see your name. Good to see you in the chats, man. It is awesome. And don't be a stranger, buddy. Stop back in anytime. You're always welcome. Doors always open for you, buddy. So hey, man, we might even get you. You've done videos before this. You're no stranger to this stuff, man. I might get you in here one of these days. So that would be awesome. So take care, man. Have a good weekend. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, if you don't bookmark it, note to self, check that before you go live. Thank you, buddy. I hope you have a fantastic weekend, man. Thank you so much. It's always a pleasure to have you in our presence, man. We appreciate it. We do appreciate it. Yeah, man. We'll make it happen, buddy. Good to see you around again. So yeah, I bought this just because he was on the cover. That's the only reason. Now here's a cautionary tale. Folks, if you wear reading glasses like I do, I don't wear these all the time. I usually go glasses less, unless I need to read a menu or something. Then I've got glasses stashed all over the house, the car, the office, whatever. Take your glasses into the comic shop with you. Why? Well, this is a cautionary tale. This is Southpaw Brad buying Devil's Reign #3 of 6 because it's like, oh, the new one's out. It's a different color, and then you realize, wait, I get home and unpack everything, and I'm like, oh, this is second print of issue 3. I was not interested in getting. I mean, you're talking about, man, these things are $5. I spent $5 because I didn't take the time to put my glasses on. I didn't want this. I didn't need it. So cautionary tale, folks. Unless you can ride down the road and just like throw fives out the window, put your glasses on before you go to the comic shop, or you will end up like Southpaw Brad and spend money you did not want to spend. Just like my I know, man. I know. That's what a bummer. So it came out that this was probably the first appearance of the Punisher with, well, I don't know. I saw an image. I don't know. Was this the first appearance of the Punisher in a story? He was in a flashback. Now that I mentioned this, he was in a flashback. Was it in Timeless? I think he was in the interior of the book in Timeless. Punisher with his new logo, but people started kind of going nuts over this book, and it popped up on a top 10. I heard when I walked in the door, I know they thought like, oh, this dude's eavesdropping on our conversation. They were talking about this book. They had 3 of them on the shelf, so I grabbed 2. And when I got to the register, the dude's like flipping through, ringing me up, and he saw this. He's like, huh. I'm like, what do you mean, huh? You're selling comics, and I'm buying comics. You just so happen, you're not going to outspec me, champ. I got you on that. I knew about this before I walked in the door. I wasn't listening to your conversation. I knew. It's the same guy that I said, hey, Marcus, you remember the dude that reprimanded me? It's the same guy. He's a very cool dude, but he the chuckle. I'm like, why chuckle, man? Just enjoy me handing you my freaking money. How about that? Does that work for you? Um, I didn't get this idea from hashtag champ. I'm just gonna start calling him that from now on when I walk in the shop. But I'm like, I knew about this book, man. You don't think like they don't know I do YouTube or that I'm an insignificant YouTube content creator. But come on, man. I read up. I would be surprised, I don't know. I'd be surprised if the guy did as much research on comics as I do. So yeah, hashtag champ. I like it. So my shop the previous week missed out on they had a package that showed up later in the week. So I did have this Star Wars 15. Oh, and I wanted to let me go back to this one for a second because I was going to show you in my rant, I completely failed to mention how dope this cover is. Craven, come on. I mean, seriously, Craven versus Daredevil. Love it. Love it. Let's see if there's any significant. I mean, they straight up battle in here, man. I like the artwork in this. Look at that action, the action lines in the background. I mean, it's really nice. Craven's died like 17 times, and he's still getting it done. This almost has like a David Mack feel, not quite as watercolory as David Mack, which I absolutely love. Love David Mack. This kind of has that feel to me. I'm moving to a new shop. Love my old one, but it's closing. Oh, shoot, man. Whether or not to tell them about YouTube. Hey, I thought it would be cool. Maybe I'll do like I can't do it. I'll be out of town for free comic, but I'm not even going to be able. I'll be in Dallas, Texas, the weekend of Free Comic Book Day. So I don't know. I'm going for meeting a bunch of my cigar buddies all over the country. We're first time in a while we've been able to do this, but we're gonna meet in Dallas and hang out and smoke cigars and tell stories and drink some good bourbon and all that stuff I like to do. So I don't even know if I'll make it for New Comic Book Day. So I'm gonna have to get my LCS to like pull some books for me. And hey, if you look back, I wish I'd have grabbed a stack of those Star Wars Free Comic Book Days last year, but the Edge of Balance, the anime one, that book is going for $10 to $15 now. There's a couple of first appearances in them. They've started putting first appearances on all these New Comic Book Day books. So I hate you got to move, man. But I thought about like in some milestone, hey, maybe I'll broadcast live from my LCS. Set me up a table off to the side. Let me broadcast and I'll have guests on and people who are coming in and shopping. And I thought that would be kind of cool. So why not, man? Tell them. I am not sure. I did not realize I've been buying the Daredevil Woman Without Fear. I have not started reading it yet. But I have always liked Craven, so I'm not sure, to be honest with you, bud. I am so here's what they're talking about. Last page, last panel. And you talk about causing some controversy, man. They threw this out there and people just went crazy. Come to find out, it's probably not a long-term deal. He's head of the Hand now. It's tied to Kang somehow because I remember seeing an image of Punisher with that new logo in that book, timeless book, and Kang was involved. It's a variant. It's a timeline thing. It's not. I really don't think it's got anything to do with what's going on. What is going on, Phil? How are you doing, buddy? Old Spec Paul Brad. Yeah, Roscoe is he's a clever fella, isn't he? Coming up with these nicknames. I'm gonna have to come up with a nickname for Roscoe. Maybe I'll unveil it on your show, Phil. Those of you who have not seen, it's been put out there several times so far, but Phil will be hosting the Designated Decoys, and he's asked myself, yours truly, Southpaw Brad, and Circumstances, along with a bevy of other banger guests to sit on the panel with him. So I am honored and pleased to be able to do that again. I will certainly have to work on my sleeping habits because the last few weeks, I was so tired after MMA last week, I was not able to watch Spine Ticks at all live. And previous 2 weeks, I've been good for about an hour. I pop in, say hi, I catch the first segment, and then I am done. So I'm gonna have to keep the steady flow of caffeine and take a nap before that one, Phil. But I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, I'm with you. I didn't think it was long term either. I think it's something to. There's definitely Kang is involved on some level. Now I know based on the fact that I've been getting the last 2 months, I've been getting the preview and reading the Marvel preview. Kang's going to show up in the Venom book in a couple of issues. I can't remember if it's 8, 9, couple months though. He's going to show up in the Venom book. So Kang's coming back around, folks. Hang on to them Kang books. They're coming back around. What is going on? Fellow lefties in the house. I like, it makes it easy when we put something lefty related in our names, doesn't it? Thanks for being here. 62 Lefty Blues. I appreciate you stopping by, buddy. We are both recent subscribers to each other. So pleasure to have you here, man. Yeah, man, we're gonna break some stuff, Phil. We're gonna wreck that April 2nd at 11 p.m. We're gonna make it happen. We are absolutely gonna make it happen. So thank you, buddy. I appreciate you including me on that. And Seth has been talking about, hey, I need to have you on the show, but you guys have been jam-packed every single week. So I don't know if Spine Ticks is in my future. It's not in my immediate future. I can tell you that because everybody's clamoring to be on Spine Ticks. So this was a holdover from the previous week. This was in my file when I went to pick up my stuff. This book got hot because of the Leveler. Some are saying it's the first full appearance of the Leveler. I have no idea. They show like the Leveler's big toe in one issue, and then wait, there's his eyeball, and I don't know. I mean, if you like him, pick him up. Absolutely, man. Truer words have never been spoken. He is he's a good one. He's always there to support and comment, and just a genuine nice guy. I always say, I get you guys in the chat. I'm like, I will meet each and every one of you at some point. That is my vow. I like to travel, so I envision it being like, I don't remember where I shared this, but I did share this last week. I envision it being like, I'm in the South, so college football is huge here. When we have a game, you go tailgate. I don't go every game, but I go to some games. You go tailgate, you got this big spread of food, you got drinks, you got sunshine, you got beautiful women, you got, everything. And then, football on top of that, you stack football on top of all that good stuff, man. So I envision we're all going to meet at a centrally located Comic-Con, and we're going to take over the parking lot, and we're going to be doing like, college football style, Kansas City Chiefs style tailgating. And we're going to get out there and some here we go, little crimson Tide style tailgating, man. We're going to meet at a central location. We're going to hop in there. We're going to hop out there. We're going to grill some dogs. We're going to grill some burgers. We're going to drink some beer. We're going to buy some comic books. We're going to do it like college football style tailgate for a Comic-Con. That's my vision. So we'll get some little Crimson Tide action going in there, and comic book community tailgate. Yes, sir. You heard it here first. Hey, we will reference this video on, today is 3/11. 2022, Southpaw Brad was the first guy to mention that, hey, we're going to do a comic book community tailgating. How fun would that be, though, man? I might not even go into the con to see the books because I'd be so happy to be hanging with you guys. Brother John, what is going on, my man? I appreciate you stopping by. Brother John is super supportive. We are a recent connect for each other. We follow each other recently, and well, all right, that's fine. We can do that too. I'm, you know, the Bulldogs are in my division, but I think we consider Georgia Bulldog. I'm a Gamecock, so I think Gamecock fans would like to think that the Bulldogs are a rival, but you have to beat a team in order to be considered a rival. So, I'm not as big of a hater on the Bulldogs as some of my Gamecock brethren are, but okay, fine, man. We'll look, everybody can hang a flag for their team. That's fine. We're going to get some of those gigantic PVC poles and put them up. Oh, geez. Clemson. Now you lost me there, brother. I'd like to take a paintball gun to my neighbor's Clemson flag. I'm not that orange. I literally get sick when I see that orange. So Georgia, I can stomach, but Clemson, man, you lost me on that one, brother. But we can still be friends. So, but we're not hanging. Hey, we're not flying a Clemson flag on Southpaw Brad's tailgate at the Comic Con. All right. Oh, here. Wait, hold on. Marcus got something to say. Oh yeah, yeah. You better enjoy Jayhawks the next month while you can, brother, because you ain't got much to live for coming up for sure. Look, man, we can all do no Clemson flags though. Sorry, but if you want to fly Georgia, I'm cool. If you want to fly Bama, I'm cool. If you want to fly Oklahoma State, I'm cool. We can do that. But yeah, there'll be a Gamecocks will be represented, but not Clemson. I'll paintball that thing. We might have, I tell you what, that tailgate might turn into a bonfire. Careful, but it's all good, man. It's all good. That's my dream. That's my vision. I see that happening somewhere down the line. So this was a recent holdover. If you want to see this leveler character, it has the ability to disconnect people. There are several levelers. It's I guess a group of people. They have the ability to separate Jedi from the Force, so they can't connect with the Force. So it is a pretty lethal villain for I think that's a leveler, or one of the levelers has the ability to disconnect them from the Force. So that's a pretty big deal, these books, dude, they've been super hot. People are there's all these things are speculation books now. Trail of Shadows issue 5 is a back issue. These last couple are back issues. Then we will be done, folks. Trail of Shadows. This is the variant cover. I think this is like first cameo of the leveler or something. It's hard to keep track, really. But there is some significance. Oh, here's where I was talking about. There's a big toe, and there's a claw, and there's a tentacle, and there's this and that. So, in the shadows probably doesn't qualify as a first appearance, maybe. So yeah, that would be first cameo of the leveler. So I picked up another copy of that, and the cover A as well. I think no, this isn't it. I thought there one of these has it's not this one. There's one that I think the one in 25 has the leveler in the background. And then the last variant I picked up, I went a little, if y'all follow me on Instagram, I posted some Star Wars books that I picked up. Star Wars High Republic #2, first appearance of Marchand Rowe, and going to be a big bad in the upcoming show. So yeah, I picked up. Well, I walked up to the counter, same dude that was like, huh, that was kind of giving me a hard time about, oh, you overheard us talking about this, and now you're buying these spec books because you heard us. And I'm like, no, sir. Southpaw Brad does his own spec research. So they had like they had probably like 10 copies. I grabbed 4, and he starts flipping through. He's like, huh, betting big on this one, huh? And I'm like, well, I don't know if cover price is betting big, but that Star Wars High Republic Adventures #2 is a fantastic book for sure. That's a good one. First appearance of Marshawn Rowe, gonna be an important character. I wonder would a con location let a group of us carve out a tailgate space? Well, why couldn't we? We'll line up. We'll line up. We'll go in. All we need is like a couple of parking spaces together, and I think in that case, it's better to ask forgiveness than permission. I lived by that credo for a pretty long part of my life there, for a good while. It's done me well. All right, last book. Star Wars, The High Republic, the regular series. This is not the regular series, sorry. High Republic, Eye of the Storm. This is issue 2, variant, Phil Noto cover. I had one of these. There was another one still sitting on the shelf. Folks, if you're interested, I know key collectors like the Nickelback of comic speculation apps. Everybody hates them, but there's a couple of songs that, when you're sitting by yourself, you might log into Key Collector when nobody's looking. So I subscribe to Key Collector. Now, everything they say is not gospel. It's not perfect, but do your research and back check everything, and you should be good. But it's a good starting point for stuff. If you're wondering and wanting to pick up those High Republic books, just kind of look over the information. Actually, I think you should be able to look that up for free. So I thought about that the other night, and this is the first time I've been able to share it because it made me laugh. I laughed at my own joke. I couldn't wait to get online and say that. So they're I like them. They're fine, man. I mean, they're not perfect. Nobody is. We expect perfection for what is it, like $1 a month or something? It's something ridiculous. So I cut them some slack, but if you're interested, I would not have known what to get otherwise, because there are a lot more a lot better. There's a lot better. Chop, what's going on, brother? I appreciate you swinging by. Chop is holding it down in many a chat that I go to, and always very supportive. I got to go catch your new comic book picks this week, man. I've been super busy for work, so I'm going to put you on my list for in the morning, and get over there and leave you a thumbs up and leave you a little message. And appreciate you though, man. I do appreciate you swinging by. So yeah, if you want to get in on that High Republic stuff, go check it out. They've, it's a good place to start. They've got some good info, and those are starting to disappear online for sure. And if you price any of those things on eBay, the prices are starting to move, man. A lot of those, the annuals are starting to go up. And I've been pretty fortunate. Most of the books that I picked up for the Star Wars series, I've been able to get for cover price or less. Now, some I paid over. There's a couple of them I got a little FOMO on. So, I'm not perfect, but if I can get them for cover or less, then that's what I like to do. And who doesn't like to save money? So, yeah, guys, we are done. I appreciate you hanging out with me. I will remedy like I said, I've got a new camera. I took the clown nose thingy off my microphone. I don't know. I felt it was a little muffled. So I want to go back and watch this on the rewind and see if this helped. And because I had I've only got 2 USBs. Got to find a good quality. I bet Phil's got a link to one right now. He can send me on Instagram or something. A good quality USB hub that I can plug these into, because I'd like to, instead of using the touchpad on my laptop, I'd like to use my USB mouse. so as not to create the shaking feature. But I need a good high speed USB hub so I don't see any lag. I've tried it before and there was a little lag with, with getting some of the I'd see a little breakup in some of the video stuff. So got to find a good one. But guys, I appreciate you hanging out with me. By the way, I should have mentioned this before. It's my birthday today. So thanks for hanging out with me on my birthday, going over this crazy new comic book day haul. Thank you so much. Southpaw Brad is celebrating his birthday with his family tonight. We're going out to dinner. Nothing fancy, just going to Longhorn, get me a good steak, and just hang out with the family is the main thing. That's the older I get, the more important that is. And cameras and mics are notorious for not working with hubs. Dang it. Well, maybe. Yeah, we'll figure it out. That's good to know. So it's not just the all right, so it's not just wasn't just me. Maybe I've got a hub that works perfectly well just for not the things that I want to do. So we shall see. I appreciate that tip there, Phil. Thanks, buddy. Meat, absolutely. Good folks, everybody saying hi. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. My birthday is today, Brother John. Yours is Mondays. Pisces in the house. Yes, sir. Pisces in the house. I'll do that. Southpaw Brad will do that. Southpaw Brad will do that. People will be like, Southpaw Brad, there's this senile dude sitting at table 7. Yeah, whatever, man. They're like, I got some stickers made that look exactly like my logo. They look dope, man. But I want to get some t-shirts. I'm just going to bling everything out with my logo there. And I actually did that myself. In a former life, I was a graphic designer, so I did that myself. And yeah, so thank you so much, a comic book worm. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, well, that's I'll have to, if I do it, I'll have to video. I won't have the balls to do that, man. That's thank you, buddy. I hope you do too, man. I'll have to hit you up on I'll hit you up on IG and wish you a happy birthday on Monday, man. Yes, God. If I video it, that might drive that. If the waitress comes out and takes our order, Southpaw Brad is drinking Blanton's bourbon. I'd run that whole spiel with her, and then they send another server out because she's frightened. We'll see. We'll see what's up. But guys, I absolutely enjoyed hanging out with you. I wasn't sure if I was going to do this. Glad I did. Had a blast. Appreciate you guys coming and checking. Taking your time out of your day to come check me out. And I'm going to sign off. Probably do a haul video with, one of us, knock out one of these boxes back here. Probably sometime this weekend. I'll send up the Southpaw Brad signal, the bat signal, when I'm going to do it. And yeah, I enjoyed it, folks. That was fantastic. So I hope y'all have a great Friday. Fantastic weekend, and I will see you around in the chats. Y'all take care and have a good one. And thank you for hanging out.